Hello, everybody. Let me just let people know that the stream is live. Just letting people know that the stream is live. I will be keeping track of chat in just a second. Just letting people know the stream is live. Okay, almost done letting people know that I'm live. I got distracted by Facebook. Okay. You know, it would help. No. Oh no. Oh no. I resized my OBS studio improperly. So now I can't move it without closing it. RIP. I still reach everything. Hey Silva, hello Nabiru. Yeah. Sometimes whenever I resize OBS, it expands so much that I can't reach the top bar. So I can't do anything besides minimize it. I wish there was a way I could like right click resize. Like I can pin the taskbar, I can close it, but I can't. Oh, cancel. I don't want to relaunch OBS. That would be bad. Okay, Silva, no problem. I'm just glad that you're taking the time to drop by and say hello. I value each and every one of you, and I value your time and participation. Okay. So this is gonna look kind of weird. I was trying to avoid this looking weird, but oh. Let me... Come on, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. I need to make a new schedule. I really need to make a new schedule just to mark that sometimes I do Tuesday night streams. Let me just gotta do one last thing. Quote retweet. Okay. Alrighty. Had to let people know, had to let them know that I was live. Alrighty. Gotta take full advantage of having two screens. Okay. There we go. All right, cool. Awesome. Outstanding. I think we're going to get joined by somebody else a little bit later. Someone it had this most interesting scenario, right? Where it's a Guerilla stream. My last few Guerilla streams haven't done super well. But I had fun doing them, which is why I'm doing it again. Which is kind of that freedom since I'm not counting on this as like a source of income. If something doesn't do super well, yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but like I do this more for the fun I have doing it. But I posted on Twitter that I was doing this, and this person who's like been, I guess, a fan of mine in the past, they're like, I think their username is Firm Tofu, which is really funny because when I asked them if they, what their favorite tofu dish was, I think they said they've never eaten tofu before, which I thought was hilarious. And they commented and said, yes, exciting. Now I'll have something to listen to while I'm at work. And I'm like, it's not that the rest of you aren't excited, but like, that's the first time I can think of that someone was like, that I saw someone actively cheering and being like, yay, Orion's going live. And that was kind of a good feeling. It's not that I don't think that you all cheer in your own ways. It was just like first time I'd seen it, I guess. Definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Okay, got all my details up. So, what's up? I know we literally just we yes, exactly. And I don't know if Firm Tofu is going to make it to chat. I don't even know if they're going to comment, since they said this would be something they'd listen to while they're at work. So it might just be another lurker, but that still was really cool. Like, you know, I I always see those like motivational Twitter accounts that are like, you know, you could be somebody's favorite streamer. Let that motivate you to keep making content. You know, you could be somebody's favorite content creator. You can be someone's comfort content creator. Um, Let that motivate you to keep chasing your dream and realize there are people who look up to you. But like, it's one thing to abstractly hear that, and it's another thing to actually see someone say that, which, that was really nice. Um, so that was cool. Ugh. So I posted about this on Twitter, but like, I had this interesting interaction today that I didn't know what to do with. Like, so I live in a house with a family, right? Pretty much everybody in the house is connected in some way, shape, or form in this weird, twisted kind of way. Um and like, so I call my roommate are the ones who actually sleep in the room, the one I call my roommate is my friend who actually shares an air mattress with me. And his kid lives there, and there's a whole lot of stuff I'm not going to go into. But the parents of this child have asked me to like supervise and encourage this child to brush her teeth, because I don't like the feeling whenever I don't brush my teeth, and I don't like things getting out of control, and I'm not at a position where I can afford or have the time and energy to really chase down a dentist. And I've had teeth problems in the past. I have had fillings in the past, and I don't want to deal with that. I really don't. I'm diabetic, so I barely eat anything with sugar. But there's still stuff that could be bad for your teeth. And when the people in the house saw that I was brushing my teeth regularly, they asked if I could, because the kid liked me anyway, and say, hey, they like you anyway, so then have them follow you to go brush their teeth. And I was like, you know what? Fine. This is something that's good for the kid. And I kind of have a personal rule about being nice to kids, right? I may not like kids, but it's just like my personal rule that like I'm not gonna be a jerk to kids. I'm not gonna be rude. And I noticed that this little child has been brushing their teeth less and less, because they said that whenever they drink water or eat snacks or whatever after they've brushed their teeth, it always tastes like toothpaste. And I'm like, well, that's gonna happen. It's an important thing. But like, I've noticed that as time has gone on, they just have been brushing their teeth less and less and less. And like, when we get up there, like yesterday when we were brushing our teeth, and it's also been like kind of, pun intended, pulling teeth. to get them to actually brush their teeth because they keep saying, I don't wanna. And somehow or other, with just dealing with child's attitude, dealing with homework, dealing with all of that stuff, and child trying to like stall for, because basically I told the parents that the child wasn't brushing their teeth, and the parents said, okay, they sat down with the kid and they said, listen, you need to brush your teeth. You know, your uncle, they call me the uncle. They say, you know, your uncle's gonna brush his teeth with you, and you're gonna go up there and you're gonna brush your teeth. Yeah, Nabiru, it's kind of like that. And they're like, you're gonna go do this because you're gonna go brush your teeth. And you know, the dentist said you have to brush your teeth for at least 2 minutes. And you know, your uncle will set a timer on his phone in order to make sure that you're brushing your teeth for the full 2 minutes. And you're right, no one likes chores. And so the child was just like fighting it. And so the kid knows, I go downstairs at like 7 p.m. That's my time. That is my me time, right? The child also knows that I'm not going to take the kid to go brush their teeth until they finish their dinner. So instead of doing their dinner come like 5:50, 6 o'clock, they want me to start helping them with their homework. And then they start stalling, they start coming up with excuses, things start taking longer, and I'm like, okay, we finished this section of your homework isn't due till Thursday, so you need to eat your supper so we can go brush our teeth together. And they start fighting, and they're like, oh, you can go brush your teeth. You can go brush your teeth. I'm like, no, I'm not going without you. And I don't know how to make, I'm not the best with kids. I don't know how to like convince the child that to make this a habit instead of a chore. We were going strong for a little bit when this first started, but then the child started pressing too hard when they were using their floss, and it was making their gums bleed a little bit. Nothing major. It was just a minor amount of gum bleed, which happens when you floss, if you like, especially if you haven't flossed before and you're starting to floss for the first time. It happens as your teeth toughen up, as your gums get used to the force of flossing, and you get used to how much force you need to apply. The kid panicked whenever they saw that there was blood, and then all of a sudden wanted nothing to do with brushing their teeth or with flossing. So now there's no way we're getting the kid to floss. But we've all just accepted the kid is not flossing right now. Not fighting it. That's one battle that we all accept that we've lost. But the kid needs to brush their teeth. And so the kid's starting to try to get me to help with homework, trying to stall to not eat supper, trying to say, hey, you can go without me, you can go without me, because they know if I go and then I go downstairs, then no one else is going to make them brush their teeth. And it's becoming this whole thing. Yes. So exactly, Silva, exactly. So I'm dealing with all of this, right? Helping the kid with homework, dealing with these projects, trying to find ways to help the kid with homework while also trying to convince the child to eat their supper, and trying to deal with all of that. And one of the other housemates, which is the child's grandmother, tells me, it's good, like something like it's good you're dealing with this. It'll be it's great practice for whenever you have kids. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm just like, how do I explain that I have no intention of having children? Like, it it's not even on my, like, which that's also a really big turnaround for me, because like there was a period in my life when I was obsessed with wanting to have. Yes, Silva, then you have to share your toys. So, growing up, I was obsessed with this thought of having. That sounds rough, Nabiru. Growing up, I was obsessed with this idea that like I was destined to have uh a great relationship, that I was gonna settle, that eventually I was gonna get a great job, settle down, get married, have kids, right? Probably in that order. Um, and everything I did for a long time was working towards that goal of wanting to learn how to be a great father, wanting to know, and I made a lot of really stupid decisions because I thought this was going to lead me down the path of getting in a relationship, and I wanted that relationship at all costs. I wanted to be in a relationship, to have children, to fulfill that ideal. Never really thinking about the fact that like I wasn't ready. I didn't have the wherewithal, the temperament, or the resources to really fulfill any of that in a healthy manner. Um, and like, yeah, like I don't, I can barely provide for myself. There's no way I'm gonna be able to provide for a child. Hmm. I might not. It's been a long time, Silva. Um, but like it was just kind of heavy, and I was like, I was also dealing with the fact that there's this expectation that eventually everybody has kids, right? And like that's like that's not I'm not in, and I have no prospects for a relationship that would even end in that. Like, yeah, and I chased that dream for a long time. And I guess maybe like the fact that I can cringe at the things I used to do, the stuff I used to say. Exactly, Silva. Like, even though that's not realistic in our modern society, that like with inflation and the way jobs are now, like both parents have to work consistently. Um, and that's just, I guess that's just heavy for me. Like understanding that like That's one way to look at it, Nabiru. I, everyone in the house has explained to this child, because so like, oh, don't be weird. Don't be weird, Silva. Like, everyone in the house has explained to this child and said, essentially, do you want teeth like me? Because everyone, like almost everyone in the house is like, you know, has some kind of dental problems. And you know, the child has had to have teeth pulled before, but they were their baby teeth. Yes, Silva is an otaku and automatically weird. And that's just like, it just doesn't seem to click. And like, the kid just doesn't want to brush their teeth. And it's weird because I also feel like this is kind of a do as I say, not as I do moment, because like, when I was a kid, when I was their age, I didn't want to brush my teeth. I didn't start brushing my teeth regularly till I was an adult. And like, even then, I still only brush my teeth once a day. I don't do the thing where you brush your teeth twice a day or after every meal or any of that stuff. I only brush my teeth once a day. Which reminds me, at some point I need to track down a dentist in order to get a teeth cleaning. But that's a whole nother pile of worms. But yeah, that was... Oh my gosh, I do remember Jawbreakers. Do you remember that? What was that cartoon? Ed, Ed, and Eddie, where their entire goal was to always get enough money to get Jawbreakers. That was their entire goal, their entire mission in life. I had weird feelings about that show. Like, my cousin loved Ed, Ed, and Eddie, and when I was younger, I kind of thought that like a lot of their humor was just like a bit too lowbrow, a bit too a bit too like base, like a bit too, how do I put it? Like, they make it's just like potty jokes, right? I just felt like immature, that's the word. And I think I was obsessed with this idea of also trying to be more adult. So laughing at such immature humor like bothered me. Yes, life has many doors, Ed boy. Oh, you used to get Jawbreakers from Blockbuster, you could never finish one? Well, wasn't that the hard part? Like, because you had to like suck on them forever, right? You had to suck on them forever in order to get anything out of them. Leave him sit out in a Ziploc for the next day. Oh my gosh, nah, I don't think I ever had that kind of dedication. I also don't think I was always really big on candy. Like, I ate some candies, but like, if I ate too much candy, it would make my teeth hurt, and I guess, like, looking back on it now, it was probably just my diabetes. Oh my gosh. The Wonka Jawbreakers. That is funny. Yes, Nabiru. Atomic Fireball. Now you're speaking my language. I remember those. They were like so spicy and cinnamony. You know what candy I love a lot? Oh, why lemon? You think lemon is the worst flavor, Silva? I don't know. So, actually, candy called Toxic Waste. All right, so lemon Starburst suck, lemon Skittles suck, lemon Sour Patch Kids suck. It was sour, not as bad as Warheads, but still. Lemon flavored dots are inedible, or was it the lime? Hang on, let me find one. Do you just keep dots in your room? You don't like sour stuff? Oh dear, Nabiru. So like, there was a candy that I used to like that was kind of my treat for myself. I guess it was kind of a treat for myself because it's also vegan. Oh, you would try any new type of candy? That's dangerous, Nabiru. That's dangerous. Obviously, because Silva mentioned it, you all know what dots are. Dots are vegan. And like, before I knew about my diabetes, if I wanted a treat, if I wanted to get something to treat myself, I would get a box of dots and maybe get like some Sprite or something, or some Mountain Dew, and just the taste of having dots in my mouth with soda, it was just this sugar rush that was so good. And I do miss dots. You really don't like the lemon one, Silva? Black Crows. What's that? Let me look that up. That sounds interesting. That's interesting. The other... I don't think I've had black licorice, but I'd give it a try though. I love pull and peel twisters. Uh-oh, did we... Did we lose connection? Okay, you still here? Okay. I was just monitoring the stream on my you see and hear me? Okay, great, great. Okay. I was just monitoring the stream on my YouTube studio page, and all of a sudden the video there just like froze, and it was like doing the circle like loading thing, and I was like, oh no. What's really odd, Nabaru? New products by taking apart their old products. Yeah, that is funny, Nabaru. What did your friend post on Facebook, Silva? There's been a Pop-Tart cereal, Oreo cereal, Sour Patch Kids cereal, Donut cereal, Kool-Aid dust. So if I come busting through your wall, you know why. A mutual friend went. It's called. All right, listen. That reminds me. There's this. But yeah, Nabaru, that is funny. There's been all those kinds of cereals. But there's this. Yes, the Forbidden Pixie Sticks. There's this VTuber that's on YouTube that just got really popular recently, and because she was making all these shorts and videos and stuff, and her content just started popping off because she had so many shorts that were drawing people in from TikTok and stuff. Because she also did TikTok content. Yes, get the sugar rush going faster. And so she has one because she's like this, like, there's like IO Bunny or something, and she's like this very energetic, peppy, hyperactive personality. And so she did one short where she was talking about what she does in order to get energized and to have the energy to go through her day. And the joke of it was that everything she did was just consuming more Red Bull. Took Red Bull with her antidepressants, took Red Bull, used Red Bull for her cereal, like instead of milk. Used Red Bull for her shower, and that was the whole joke, right? And so people call her, like, some people call her the Red Bull Bunny. And someone commented on her short and was like, you know, it's called cocaine. And she's like, well, here's the thing, I can't admit to doing that on YouTube. And I was like, oh my gosh, playing with fire. It's funny, she also did her first stream. I didn't see all of it. I saw part of it. I didn't see it live. I saw it a couple days after. And like what, a soda called cocaine? I'm not okay. That's weird. But like, it was funny watching her stream because it was her first stream, and she'd blown up so much. There was tons of people at her stream. Yes, Coca-Cola, Silva. And seeing her reaction to some stuff as things were just going wrong and dealing with the scuff was just hilarious because it's stuff that I've been dealing with for years since I've been streaming for so long. Wait, there's literally a canned soda named cocaine? What? What are you talking about, Nabiru? Am I gonna get on a watch list for Googling this? Why is its alternative name No Name? Oh my god. Silva, what are you doing? So yes, I know about the energy drink balls. I remember the first time I saw balls was when I was at, I think I was at a weekend event at Florida Institute of Technology when I was in high school. What did you post, Nabiru? What did you post? Yes. I did not know there was one called Sperm, Nabiru. That's really quite creepy. Yes, because I hadn't seen it in so long. Yes, Nabiru? Posted a spoiler pic for me. Okay, that's really bizarre. Mm-hmm. Old Brad tries video. Okay. All right. So we can keep talking about this, but in the background, I'm actually going to get working on. It's an alcoholic drink. Okay. But in the background, I am going to start working on what I said I was going to work on in the description and work on my game, but I'll be doing that in the background while we're talking. All right. Let's see. What's the weirdest drink you've seen, Nabiru? Okay, so I still have to build the starter town. Weirdest is a very old limited edition thing, Jones Soda, which is a brand they had a Thanksgiving pack. That's interesting. Pea, broccoli, casserole, turkey, and grape. What? Huh? Excuse you, what? Alright, so we have an inn set up back there. I want to have a weapon shop inside the actual castle. Alright. Thanksgiving soda pack and maybe dirt soda are the weirdest to me. Yeah. Oh, so they were separate sodas. So it was a pea soda, a broccoli casserole soda, a turkey and gravy soda. So they were separate sodas. Is that what you're saying, Nabaru? I was like a 12 pack. Okay. I thought you were saying it was one soda that was all of it. Uh that was like the entire Thanksgiving spread of turkey and gravy, broccoli casserole, stuffing, all of that in one soda. And I was about to be like, yo, can you not? Okay, so I put it in the starting town. Ew, that just sounds disgusting, Nabaru. That just sounds absolutely horrific. So I'm going to put the events in each one of the filler towns that I'm going to have in each one. So that way, whenever I build the actual town, I'll just move the event somewhere else. So, gonna have an old man who opens the door. I'll just draw a quick little house. Just draw a quick little house. So these are going to be little houses, so they're not going to be as big as the other houses. Ba, 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 ba. There we go. Little houses. The starter village are going to have the small, shorter houses. Okay. That's fine. I probably want a shop in here too. Okay. I saw the bunny VTuber yesterday. Toxic waste was just warheads. But with some slight flavor variation and probably worse taste. I also would keep a jawbreaker in a Ziploc bag whenever I had one. I love seeing the way that it would change and revealing the different layers. Hello, Okusen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 'Cause didn't they have like different colors for each layer with jawbreakers? Wasn't that a thing? Whoops. Whoa. Huh. I went to adjust where my chat box was, and it just instantly changed my screen. I was like, whoa. Okay. Only one day. Okay. Yep. Also, how are you doing, Okusen? I thought you had work today. I could work on populating this dungeon. Oh, which reminds me, this dude. I want to rig this guy so he disappears after you defeat Jimothy. So one thing I'm going to try doing is using the different heights where like this is all the buildings here are too high, right? But some of the smaller buildings in like some of the other towns, I would make one high just to represent that they were a much smaller building. I could do that to this inn, make it shorter, make it smaller. Move into the side, move the entire roof down one. Change out these windows. I could, but that changes the entire scale. Pepsi chips and Mountain Dew Cheetos. No, thank you. Then I'm gonna have to redo all of the... Okay. So this is a different scale. It looks completely different. I don't know. Maybe if it wasn't so wide, it would probably work. But being that wide, it just doesn't work. Okay, yeah, we just turned that back. That was kind of a waste. There we go. But I will do that so both of the statues are facing the same way. Starter town is good. Blue Castle town could use some loving. This dungeon, I just need to figure out what I want to have in each one, because the player is not going to know which one of these is real and which one isn't. What is happening with my... Okay, there we go. That was weird. My YouTube studio was just having trouble keeping track of what was happening on screen. I was like, what's going on? I'm not even processing that much data. We don't even have that much stuff happening. Okay. Actually, let me see something, because I want to rig something up. There was something that bugged me. Okay, so this kicks on. That turns the yellow switch on. Let me make one more. Because this was something I was thinking that might add some funny lore to the scene. Okay, so now we're gonna add. You're wrapping up your shift, Okusen? Okay. Taste a big gulp of Shack soda. Oh my gosh. The other thing that I wanted to say from earlier is that I'm very bad at brushing my teeth consistently. Whether or not I'm brushing is a good sign of the state of my mental health. That's an interesting view on it, Okusen. What do I want to add in here? I want to add in a new switch. Actually, I turn it into a parallel process? I could. It's one of those small things that my depression makes hard to do, but if I manage to do it regularly for an amount of time, then it's usually coinciding with a better mood. That's something I can definitely understand. That's definitely something I can understand, Okusen. Okay, so what I want to happen here is if you press the yellow button, I want after you're done fighting Jimothy, I want there to be a cutscene, because in the intro cutscene, whenever you get sent down to prison, chocolate with bacon? I don't know what to say about that. I honestly don't know what to say about that. You? Said as a parallel process? Like, I know chocolate goes with a lot of things, but like, I don't know, maybe bacon? Because like, bacon is pretty much... Okay, so there is a way to make it work, Okusen, but here's the other thing, right? As a vegan, I'm never going to taste that. Okay, I don't just want this. All right, so I'll make it a new switch. I was debating if I wanted to tie things into the Jimothy switch, but I'll make a new switch. Okay. Yes. I know Jimothy spelled with a G. Okusen. Salty, it's fatty, it's smoky, and it's chocolatey. It's pretty good. This is set to auto run, then it self switch A's. Yes, it's Jimothy. Except this Jimothy is spelled with a Y instead of an EE. Listen, I like goofy names that use the G for J sound, all right? I will put bacon, nature's candy with many things, but not with something that may distract from the bacon. Yeah, you got to balance it. So I have weird feelings about it, right? Because like on the one hand, that sounds like it could be interesting, but on the other hand, as a vegan, I'm probably never going to taste it because the only chocolate I can eat is dark chocolate, and the only kind of bacon I can eat is usually some kind of substitute bacon that's like either like a tofu bacon or an eggplant bacon or ideally a rice paper bacon, which I don't think is going to cook up the same way, which I really want to make rice paper bacon one of these days. Okay. Yeah. That's not the button I wanted. Edit. There we go. All right. Okay, so let me test this on my save file where I've already defeated Jimothy. Wait, this is only if Jimothy is off. No, wait, hold up. There we go. That's what I need to do there. I need that. It's that way, even if you don't have the Jimothy boss fight, it'll trigger this. So let me try this. Save changes. Hopefully this doesn't blast your ears. Let me know. But I've changed the audio on this, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'm glad I made this save file because this save file I can just run around and do stuff. Yes, some gum is vegan. least I think so. Oh, whoops, that's not the button I wanted. That sounds really weird, not gonna lie. Alright, so let me see. If this dude is still here. Yes, he's still here. Okay. Then I flip this switch. Gate is open. I am free. And the dude is gone. Okay. So that's the button that if the player flips it, it opens every ward at once. Okay. Alright, that works. Bacon gum is real. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, so that works. That's good. So that brings that story full circle, because that was bugging me. Okay. There we go, got that done. There we go, got that one done. Now let's make this opulent room. But first, let's put in some windows. Okay. Okay, there we go. Got some windows there. Get those there. Okay. There we go. Got the curtains set up. Just that adds a lot to the interior here. I don't know what to feel about bacon gum, Nabiru. Like, I'm not denying the possibility that that is a real thing, but that just seems bizarre. Okay, so we got the windows. This is going to be the throne room right here in the center. So I have some big grand windows here. There we go. So got some grand windows there. Let's work on this throne room. I'm actually really curious to see what I can pull off here. I don't want red banners. I want blue banners because this is the Blue King. Big blue carpet. Go all the way till it's just two. Whoops, uh-oh. Okay, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, so divide that by 3, we get 6. So we go 1. So do we do? I guess we do two thrones. Because this is that's a 3 by 3. That's a 3 by 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Boom, boom. That's the end of that window. The end of that window. And then that's in the center. Two, three, 1, 2, 3. Then this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, okay. There we go. Got 2 apart from it. Okay. Uh, okay. So I'm making, because I want to make sure that the players have clues as to where to go, I'm making this queen NPC that's just going to say, go talk to my husband. Okay. So I wanted to give a clue here to the players. Actually, I'll have this flip on the airship. I could turn this into a fetch quest, into like a second sub quest. Like we have the base quest kind of laid out in here. Have her give you some item that you need to how would it work? What would it do? What would I have her do? Because if I have her give you some kind of a key item, okay. I'll just leave that as her dialogue. Actually, I'll leave beasts. And what I will do... What do I have on here? I have a bat, I have minotaur, I have bandit. What else do I want on here? The spider and the snake do the poison thing, and I'm not ready to deal with that yet. I could do demon plant. Demon plant's gonna be really beneath the players at this point. Imp hits a little hard. We'll do demon plant. Okay. Alright, that should be fine. The demon plant will be easy to just kick over for the players. So I should have at least one trash mob in here. Alright, we've been working on maps for a while. Let's work on some enemies. So last time I was working on this guard. Which I like how it formed up. Hornet. So these first, oh, actually, does what's this drop? That's actually a better one than the killer rat is better than the demon plant. What do I have with the killer rat? Killer rat times 3. Let me run a battle test. Let's run a battle test and see how this forms up. That makes a decent trash mob. That makes a decent trash mob. The rats didn't even get to do anything. I almost want... Like, at level 1, this is deadly. You know what? I'm adding killer rats, because that fits better in here. For there to be rats living down here than the demon plants. The demon plants just don't fit thematically. Slimes fit because it's a fantasy story. There's going to be slimes. Killer rats fit because they do. So then... So we've got 3 in here. The slime is twice as likely. Let me adjust this weight. So the weight determines how likely it is to appear. So we are way more likely to see a slime than a bat, but between the slime and the bat is the killer rat. So we're twice as likely to see a killer rat as we are to see a bat, and we're twice as likely to see a slime as we are to see a killer rat. Which is good. Well, I probably should flip that because... Let me say okay for now. Take a look at something real quick. That's 3 rats versus the 2 bats. Yeah, bats have more HP. Do the blood suck and the sonic wave. Yeah. The snake would be the mob that I use for when I just start getting into poison. Imp looks like a good one. What's that one? Kami. Number 36. What skill is that? Wind type damage on all enemies. Ooh. Completely ignores defenses. Okay. Excuse you. Absolutely excuse you. And it's based on base attack and not magic attack. Mm-hmm. So the imp is a decent one because it inflicts blindness. That's actually pretty good. I don't want to get too in depth with enemy design because again, this is I want to get into it enough that I learn how to do it. But I don't want to be so into it that like I take up a whole bunch of time and I get stuck at that part of the game. But I enjoy turn-based RPG combat. So that's gonna be in my game. What's your favorite type of combat, chat? What type of combat do you all like? Okay. I like the bandit. I like my Minotaur design because it's a good one. Maybe is Slash the best one? 173. Let me take a look at something real quick. How much TP is Slash? That's 20 TP. But it ignores defenses. So his attack is 45, so it's going to be 75. That ignores defenses. That's brutal. Is there a better one that does that for the monsters? Well, Earthquake is the orc thing, so I don't want to give it that. No, I'll leave that as is. It's going to look really weird for a second. And boop. Okay. So I had my YouTube thing open, but like that also displays current viewer count, and that was getting distracting to me. So I just changed over what I had on that screen. I'll just keep track of chat using OBS. Okay. I don't want this to be exactly like I don't want this to be exactly like the exactly like the Minotaur or the Bandit. So I'm trying to think about ways to make this fight against the guards. Like giving them battle cry lets them boost each other's attack, which is nice. That's a good one. So that's good. Let's work on a new one. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, this captain looks good. I could use that for the... Let me see what hues I can make this captain. Do I get a black? Is there a black of him? There's a purple. I like the purple. But no black. Oh, that's... And the armor itself isn't what changes color. Oh, that's annoying. Ooh, that gargoyle I could use, could have... Ooh, that could be something. Hold on. They have so many starting images to work with here. What is that? That looks so cool. I gotta find somewhere to stick that in the game. Gotta stick that ogre somewhere. That's a very bizarre looking skeleton. Spider's not bad. Nope. Could use a base swordsman. Actually, that might work better than the guard. That might work better than the guard for that other one I was working on. Okay. All right. Now let's do this. Nope, doesn't look right. Okay, get those banners up, which is good. Ooh. I don't like how that sits at the top, though. Why is the top just cut off like that? It's like it's only the front half. That would be fine if it was against the wall. Again, that would be fine if it was against a wall. But that's not good for a freestanding pillar. Don't I have... Using the indoor tile set, isn't there? There we go. I was about to say, I could have swore. Got pillars. Alright, so we got pillars. What else do we want here? Do I want any statues? What do I want here? Not sure yet. Got some of this interior done. Alrighty, so I'm not sure how I feel about the pillared look. No, not sold on the pillared look. Let's try statues. There we go. There we go. So we got Choir of Angel statues. How many statues is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 12 statues. Okay. Um. Do I want to have a suit of armor on the side? It's coming along pretty well. I guess you can see what I'm working on, Nabiru. I'm trying to work on some decorations, developing these maps, and developing some enemies. I was working on enemies a little bit ago. Didn't really come up with much. I was also rearranging a couple things because I want the combat to feel to like match the progression of the game. And like I know, so like there's a plugin that lets you have the combat scale with the level of the party, so that way it's always a viable challenge. You just build all of your challenges for level 1 and then it scales with the level of the party. But I'm doing this without plugins, so I'm trying to have this progression of enemies that match the area that the combat's going to be in, that also match the threat level that's going to be like functional for the for the players. Well, the thing about it is that like that's not like it hasn't been done before. Like what was it in Final Fantasy 8? Was 8 the one with Squall? I think 8 was the one with Squall. And apparently all the enemies were leveled based on Squall's level. So there's I don't know if it's a speed running strat, but there is a strategy to get through the game in which you let Squall die every single combat, so that way he never gains any XP. So that way by the time you get to the end of the game, he's still level 1, maybe level 5, and the rest of your party is just so much stronger. The thing is, it gets really hard because the game is balanced, so he's going to be a very big part of the combat. And so fighting without your main character, yeah. But I'm not really taking speedrunners into account for this. This is, at least not this game. This is very much an experimental game to learn the system. Okay, let's get. me try something real quick. Nope, doesn't fit. Doesn't fit. I wish there was a way to connect the stands. Alright. There we go, fill in. So one of the things is you whenever with interiors, one things that I learned with Minecraft is don't want to have a whole bunch of open empty space because it can just be distracting and detract from the rest of the build. So you want to make sure you introduce some good clutter, not bad clutter that detracts from everything, but good clutter that builds storytelling and is a part of the development of the map. Yes, that's also another thing, Nabiru. You know the old saying, when in doubt, just let MatPat write your lore for you. Do I need anything else here? No, this looks pretty good. Oh yes, this is what I was working on before. So the player will enter from down here. Have to walk all the way up here. There has to be a reason there was a puzzle in a couple levels. Yes, there has to, like, some kind of way to keep the players guessing. I guess I could do another button puzzle in here on this map on the inside of the castle till the players get up to here. Okay. All right, let's put some. Are there windows in this? Let's put some windows along the back wall. Do we have any windows? We do have windows. Really curious what those look like in game. Okay. Well, this isn't underground. This is the first floor. So okay, so let's take a look at this. So I'm thinking the player comes in somewhere around here. Where's the middle here? All right, it starts at starts at 32. Oh, no. Oh gosh, no. It ends at 47. It starts at 2. So it's 45 spaces. So the entrance should be like 24, if my math is correct. Whoop. There we go. I'll set that there. Okay, so that works. Now player comes in, comes up, goes down that way, or comes down this way in order to get to here. Okay. All right. Let me test something real quick. I need to see. All right, this is my one that's played through the first 2 dungeons. Everybody's level 6 or 7. That's not grinding. That's not grinding. That's not yeah, that's not grinding. That's not skipping a bunch of stuff. That's doing the optional boss fight. Which reminds me, I need to have an item. And I need to have more inns. I'll probably have an inn in the other town. Okay, so we're looking at level 6, level 7. I'll say level 7 to be on the safe side for my testing. Yeah, just to be safe. I love that you can drag events around. It makes going from it makes changing from the filler map to an actual map so much simpler. Okay. What do I want here? I want something there. Ugh. Okay. I don't know what kind of city this is, but it's got street lights. Hmm. Maybe, just maybe Silva. Fantasy world with natural gas. Let's go. What fantasy world? I was making a meme. I'll probably put one more house over here on the other side. And can I put a bridge? Is there a bridge over here for this outdoor thing? Is that a thing? There's not a bridge at all? Grr. Okay, got some of that there. Whoops. There we go. Not the best, but there's a little bridge. Whoops. Okay. Oh, that's whoops. I thought that was a type of smokestack. Well then. I need to I thought that was a type of smokestack. Doesn't that look like a type of smokestack? But no, that's the mooring thing for a dock. Now that I see it, I can't unsee it. Okay. 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 Whoops. Okay. Alrighty. So now we have a simple road system. That leads to all the houses. Alrighty. That's looking better. Got this layout set up with a path for the player. There we go. Okay. No, I like it better with it up to the edge. All right. We've got the doors moved. Got this situated. Now let's work on the enemies. Minotaur, guards. Gotta have like at least one trash mob in here. Of the imps as the trash mob. Actually, like, depending on how you look at it, the Minotaur is kind of the trash mob in this. Which is funny because it's the first boss. But you don't even fight it alone in that. Okay. That's set up. I think I'm liking the style I'm going with here. Yes, there we go. I'm liking this aesthetic where I leave. Where I leave one thing for each. Okay. 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 Okay, liking this a little bit. So it's treating it kind of like a carpet, but it's just a different stone in order to create different textures and to help with like making the room feel a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay. Hmm. Could move this down one more and make this another 3, and then have one long strip. Just because I like the texture difference of that right there, having the entrance be looped right there. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's not bad. There we go. I knew that room looked a little bit weird. That one looked a little weird too. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna have treasure chests in this room and in this room and probably in this room. Yeah, probably gonna have 3 treasure chests scattered throughout. Yep, okay. I gotta see what level I'm gonna be by the time I get there, though. So, because I have to start working on designing the boss fight. But I don't want to delve into that tonight because we are just finishing up on time. So we got a lot done. Got this planned out. This town looks a lot better. Finished a story arc here in the dungeon. Fixed a couple things on this map. Developed the starter town more. Put windows and started working on the throne room. And adjusted a couple things on the one map that I thought was finished. The Under the Mountain map. You know what I want to do? Woo, I haven't set the background music yet. Before we finish, no, I don't know if we have time because it'll take a bit in order to complete. Like looking at that, I was gonna say, let's run through and play the game with what's done so far. But looking at my other save file, playing up to where that save file got to took me 33 minutes. And that's without grinding. That is with exploring and getting most of the chests. And that is and that's a bit of time that I don't feel like devoting tonight. One of these RPG streams, I'm gonna play through the whole thing, start to finish, and see how long it takes. So the reason why I'm hesitant to design the starter town too much right now is I was reading a guide when it comes to designing your first game, and it was talking about how you want the intro area of your first game to grab your viewers and to grab their attention. But what happens whenever you're making your first game is as you go forward, all of your future maps, like every map you make, becomes better than the last map you made because your map making skills increase. So you want to start towards the end of your story and then work backwards, so that way your best maps will be in the front, and if you need to, you can go back and maybe touch up some of your ending maps. And I'm kind of starting in the middle and working backwards, but also working forwards, which is why I think I got a little bit lost in the middle. But yeah, I'd say this is yep. It's a start. We got a lot done, and you're right, it was a good night's work. So let's start winding down for the night. What were we talking about before? Candy? We were talking about different types of candy. Y'all making me want to go and do something dumb and get myself a box of dots. Y'all making me want to go get a box of dots. You know that? Just get a box of dots, eat those, and then pass out. Well, like I said, that was my comfort candy for a while because it's vegan. And I used to enjoy it anyway. So then, like, getting it after I became vegan was nice. It was a, like, I guess a callback to like, like a thing that made it over, something I liked in my non-vegan days that made it over to being vegan. Avoid pop rocks, pixie sticks near a computer. Why do? Oh my gosh, do pop rocks and pixie sticks get stuck in computer circuits? Like what? So much powder. I have a clicky keyboard. Oh no! Did some get caught in your keyboard, Nabaru? Drink soda and down some pop rocks. Y'all trying to kill me? Or unalive me? Whatever. Now you don't need anyway? So... Oh, that sounds painful, Nabiru. So if I ate a bunch of candy... Now first off, I don't even know if Pop Rocks or Pixie Sticks are vegan. I think they are, because they're pretty much just pure sugar, right? Alright. Sorry, I just have to made a tweet. Someone made a tweet, this VTuber I follow made a tweet saying, idea, game where you get isekai'd into different VTubers' worlds and you have to become friends with them and do different quests all while trying to get back home. And like, seeing that made me think, and I was just like, as someone who's learning game design, that gives me ideas that I have no way to act upon. Like, I could design a game where you have to go to different worlds and complete different quests or puzzles in order to befriend different people, but I would have no way of getting VTuber assets into the game, and then I'd never be able to sell the game. But I mean, it could just be a fan game. And I'm not sure if that's a project I want to take on myself, you know what I mean? But let me see. I don't know about that. So, but first I gotta finish designing my intro game. I gotta do my starter game first. Oh, why? Why is there milk in Pop Rocks? Why is there milk in Why is there lactose in Pop Rocks? I just Googled are Pop Rocks vegan and they contain lactose, which is a milk derivative. But pixie sticks are vegan. So I couldn't do Pop Rocks, but I could do pixie sticks. So it's a running it's a running gag in the vegan community that like there are random things that contain milk or milk products for no reason that you don't take, like the milk doesn't do anything to improve the taste. That doesn't do anything to improve the product whatsoever. And we just find it in the most random things. And so there was this comic somebody made of like grocery shopping when you're a vegan, picks up a cucumber. Ah, yes, perfectly vegan. What's this sticker? Rolls it over. Contains milk ingredients on the side of the cucumber. It's like, why? But yeah, so that's a joke. That's a running joke in the vegan community. I'm sure they were good, Silva. But you were asking about what happens to me as a diabetic if I were to just eat a bunch of sugary products. So if I were to eat a bunch of sugary products without some protein to help my body process the sugar, like not even just eating starches or carbs, but straight sugar, my blood sugar would go up, obviously. I'm technically in the pre-diabetic stage because I've had such a controlled diet and kept my diabetes under so much control, with a controlled diet and a lot of metformin. So like I'd probably be okay. I'd probably feel kind of dizzy. I would have to pee very soon after doing it because my cells wouldn't be able to absorb the glucose from the sugar. And whenever your body has a bunch of sugar that it can't process and your blood sugar is too high, your body's fastest way to get that sugar out of your system is to make you have to pee, and then you pee out the sugar. That's one of the reasons why in ancient times, whenever they would like when they were first learning about like health and stuff, there would be someone who would test royalty's pee to see if it was sweet, to see if they had the sugar disease. And that was when they had the whole thing about the humors and the stuff about and stuff about how they thought about health at the time. But what they were actually finding out was whether or not someone had too much blood sugar, whether they were diabetic. So then I would have to pee really bad. Then after I peed, my blood sugar would probably crash and crater really low because I would have evacuated so much sugar from my system that I'll just get really tired, and then I would probably get very dizzy, and start to lose control of some bodily functions, and then pass out. Or just be struggling to fight from passing out. Like if I managed, it would be a struggle to not pass out. I would have to like bite my thumb, do some activity, do something, move around, try to get my body moving in order to get my blood flowing in order to stabilize. And then I'd pass out. And usually what happens after I pass out is stuff stabilizes while I'm unconscious. like there's always the chance that when I pass out that I don't wake up. Like there's always the chance that this is that time when my body doesn't stabilize. There's always that possibility that this is that time that my body doesn't stabilize and that I don't wake up. Or that if I do wake up, that it's like severely impaired. But yeah, that's what happens. And before I was medicated, before I was on metformin, before I had this controlled diet, it used to happen randomly. Like as I would go throughout my day, my blood sugar would just go through this entire cycle of doing this. After any time I ate, I was always terrified to drink fluids because if I drank anything and there was sugar in my body that my body couldn't process, I would have to pee instantly, and I would usually end up passed out and pissing myself on the side of the road. Yes, no passing out on stream, Nabiru. That's the reality of diabetes. Like my stuff is under control now, so like theoretically I could safely eat like a little bit of candy. I could safely eat like maybe a small box of dots. Or I would just get like maybe a headache or something. But that's like that's one way to so yes, if I were to go on a sugar eating binge, that's about where that would end. With me probably passed out and probably pissing myself. Or at the very least with a splitting headache. Or just really tired and running back and forth to the bathroom and getting probably dehydrated because I would be peeing so much. But I think we've talked enough about peeing on stream. I think I've done enough to guarantee that no one wants to watch. Yeah. That's about how that would end, Nabiru. That's about how that would end. But it's also funny with Halloween coming around the corner. Like, there's going to be so much candy around. What about you, Nabiru, Silva, anyone else in chat? What's your favorite candy? We've talked about a lot of different candies. We've talked about the licorice. We've talked about the energy drinks. We've talked about uh, a bunch of other stuff. But what Skittles, Tootsie Rolls, those are good ones. That would be so like it's in D&D it's weird because like there were ancient vegans, like the Buddhist monks for like hundreds of years were were vegan. I know it was at least 150 to 200 years. Lived vegan lifestyles in China. That's how seitan was invented. And so like there is a tradition, but like once you get back to that European medieval time, I don't feel like there is that much that they would have the resources even to have someone be able to make that kind of a life choice for your average person. Like maybe a royal could afford to do it, live off of mushrooms and beans and stuff. Licorice sometimes, Pocky. Oh, that's cool. Now, as for being diabetic, that happened. That happened a surprising, an unsurprising amount when you think about it. You had a lot of royals who weren't extremely physically active, who were eating a lot of very rich and rich foods that were like high in sugar. So like it happened. Like for me, for the flavors is where I try new candy, which is when it's new, but after I don't really eat it. Okay, Nabaru. So this isn't technically a candy, but like my treat for myself that I get is Captain Crunch berries. Like I said, it's not technically candy, but that's my treat. And the only reason I can safely consume that is because I consume it with soy milk, not almond milk. It has to be soy milk because soy milk is the one with the protein. If I consume carbs with a protein, the protein helps my body break down the carbs and process the sugars. This is not medical advice. I am not telling you that it's okay to eat a bunch of sugar if you eat a bunch of protein. I'm talking about what my doctor has told me in my and what I have experienced in my personal experience. I am not telling anyone else or advising anyone else to do this. But I have noticed that whenever I eat Captain Crunch berries with soy milk, it does not feel like it affects my blood sugar as much. It's a treat. I don't get it often. I'll buy it maybe once every couple of months. But like, and usually I'll make sure to get the small box, not the big box. Not the family size box. Oh my gosh, there's so much cereal in those. On a completely separate note, one of these days I need to sit down and write my lore, like as a VTuber, because I made this jump from being, yes, different for different people. I made this jump from being an IRL streamer to being a VTuber to actually getting a decent, I think decent model. And I never really stopped to write lore for myself, and it kind of felt weird writing lore because I'm not really a character, I'm me. You know what I mean? Like Orion there was a point in my life where I wanted to get my name legally changed to Orion because that was more me than anything else. Um, that was more me than anything else in my life. But since then, I've made peace with my actual name. Well, not my actual name, with my legal name. I've made peace with my legal name. And I've accepted that it's okay to have different people address me different ways. But yeah, there was a point in my life when I was researching and I was looking into making plans to legally get my name changed to Orion. Which, now obviously not going to be Oriansenshi, just going to be Orion. Yeah, I have. That's definitely something. And then like, I guess I could also let it slide into two separate characters where there's Orion, me, and then there's Oriansenshi, the character. Because Senshi means warrior. It's a suffix that means warrior, and it's used for, like, I believe it's used for describing military members. Yeah, sometimes they're just normal. So I have. So I started trying to work on lore, right? A while back. And let me read to you what I got done so far. So this is what I got. My dreams hide among the stars, so I hunt them down every single day and encourage others to do the same. Don't just randomly chase your dreams or wander after them. Make intentional and thought out steps towards your goals every day. Don't just hope and pray, but become the hunter. Track your dreams down and achieve them with passion and dedication. That's as far as I got for lore, because so I started trying to write lore, but it kind of became a mission statement. So I guess I should talk a little bit where I came up with the name Orion. Orion is an intentional misspelling of the word of the constellation Orion, which is where I got the idea that it's a hunter in the stars. Don't ask me why I picked it. I think I just thought it was cool. And Senshi was a nickname a friend of mine gave me, as someone who I cared about very much. He told me that because of how I overcame things and how I was, I don't know if it was overcoming things, I don't know what it was, but he said just because of how I was and how I acted, I was like a warrior. He saw me as a warrior. And so that's what Senshi meant. And so he just called me Senshi. But then, right, he went on a trip, and then when he came back, the next time we talked, he completely forgot that he had given me that nickname. And I talked to him about it, and he completely forgot about it. And it was so heartbreaking because, like, I thought we had this bond, this moment. He'd given me this great name, and the next time I'd seen him, I was so ready to have that interaction with him, and he'd completely forgotten about it. But the name left an impact on me. So I was thinking lore-wise, I'm a constellation come to life, maybe. Because Orion hunts Tauros the bull, except I don't, so it's a hunter that hunts other stars. So my original idea for the Star Hunters was that the stars are my dreams. So I hunt other stars that are my dreams, and I encourage others to hunt their dreams as well, which is why I came up with the name for the fans, which is the Star Hunters. Which is where I got the name for that we would all be Star Hunters encouraging each other to hunt down our dreams together. So it's a little bit cringy. It's a little bit simplistic. Um, but that's what I got. But yes, you're right, Nabaru. Senshi can be a reference to some anime characters, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm absolutely positive that somewhere out there, there's an anime reference to the name Senshi. Not off the top of my head. Not off the top of my head. Oh, well, yeah, I'm sure that there's a Super Sentai season. Oh, Sailor Senshi, yeah. Sailor Moon, Sailor Warriors. Hmm. When I watched Sailor Moon, I watched the English dub. I never watched it in Japanese. Let me look up Sailor Senshi. So Sailor Senshi is just the Japanese name of their team. I tried to watch bits of Sailor Moon Crystal. I couldn't really get into it. Hmm. I'm reading the wiki. I'm reading the Sailor Moon wiki right now. Hmm. Oh, really, Silva? That's a hot take. Yeah, because the English was they were called the Sailor Scouts. I know, right, Okusen? Huh. Interesting. So, I was just reading the Sailor Moon like thing about the Sailor Guardians, the Sailor Moon wiki thing, and it gave me like a spoiler for like the end of the story, and that actually makes me want to go back and watch it now. I didn't realize how much the plot developed. Hmm. Oh, really? Multiple different endings. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. Oh, so the final season was cut from the dub, so that's probably where all the heavy hitting hardcore development stuff came to a head. I don't know if Sailor Moon Crystal is finished right now by now. I see, Silva. No filler. Okay. Was there a lot of filler in the original Sailor Moon series? Oh. Okay. I guess that is also an issue. Oh, so a lot of stuff got changed from the original for Crystal? But it's the thing where Crystal is closer to the manga, so then some people are just really attached to the original release. Okay. The original had its issues, but it's one of the first animes they saw alongside DBZ, so it's iconic. Its fillers are also fairly memorable and not too different from the plot. Oh, I see, Nabiru. With the original, assuming I remember right, it actually fleshed out everyone else who isn't Moon as characters. Okay. Was all of that fleshing out fleshing out all the secondary characters filler that just got cut whenever it came to Crystal? Oh, that sounds annoying, Silva. So all the filler that was used to develop all the other characters got dropped. That's a very powerful take, Silva. Too much to type. Oh goodness. Hmm. Yeah, I know that trope, Nabiru, and I'm presuming that came from Sailor Moon. I'm presuming that trope came from Sailor Moon. Hmm. Anyway, let's start winding down. We've had a really productive night. We've chatted about candy, we've chatted about anime, we've heard some hot takes. We've talked about diabetes. You all have watched me. So a rose to make the enemy flinch. He then gives exposition, pep talk, and jumps away. Yeah, it's getting late. I want to say to all of you, Silva, Okusen, Nabiru, and anyone else who comes into the stream, who was silent and didn't say anything, all the lurkers, anyone who watches the VOD, I want to say that I love each and every one of you, and I believe in all of you. You are wonderful, you are precious, you are a treasure. Each and every one of you contains an infinite potential that I am honored to watch grow every single time we interact. I believe in your infinite potential, and I am glad to watch you and develop it. I want you all to know that each and every one of you makes this world better just by being in it, and that I am grateful to live in a world with you in it. I also want to let you know that you always want to follow the motto, shoot for the stars, have wonderful adventures, live your dreams, and always, always, always stop to enjoy the memes. Please be sure to like, leave a comment of something that you want to see me do on stream, or something that you think it'd be really fun to have a video on. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends if you think any of your friends would enjoy this content as well. Ding the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I go live or produce any other content. Also, want to quickly do a quick shout out to Okusen for donating so I could get RPGMakerMV and earning that executive producer credit. If you ever want to donate to improve my life / improve the stream, there are links where you can do that in the description below. If you ever want to keep up with what I'm doing outside of... An executive producer is the person who pays for things, Silva. An executive producer is literally the person who pays for things. So thank you to Okusen for that. Oh, I didn't watch Futurama, so that went over my head. I saw bits and pieces of Futurama, but not actually watching it. But also, if you want to keep up with what I'm doing outside of stream, outside of YouTube, you can join the Discord with the other Star Hunters, participate in Anime Night and other activities that we may hold in the future. A link to the Discord is in the description. And if you want to keep follow me on Twitter and see what I post on Twitter as I share about my life, overshare about everything, and just generally try to be a source of positivity and goofiness on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter, and a link to the Twitter. My Twitter is in the description below as well. Have yourselves a wonderful night, and I just want you to know that I think you are amazing. Have a good night.